think it's awesome that despite the weather we've had this week, that we had the crowd we had, and we were still missing about 2,000 grade school kids that we were trying to have the game for today at 11 a.m. tip. But it says so much about our crowd and our loyal fan base. I am just very indebted to them for what they provided today. You know, we didn't know what the crowd was going to be like, 11 a.m. tip, but thank goodness we had people show up and provide a great home court advantage for us, and we needed it, especially second half. Our team's kind of been the tale of two cities. The last two games we've played a good half, and then we've shown our other side. But we found a way to win today, and I'm very proud of them for that, because we needed to win the worst way. So, proud of them. You know, I thought Angela Dortz was a warrior today. I think if there was a statistic on getting hit hard and getting up and hitting free throws, she'd win it in the MAC and probably in the country. That kid gets more hard hits taken probably than anybody. And here she is on 2 ACL knees. But I thought she was very courageous today, and when it got a little sticky, she made sure we won.
How do you balance the level of excitement with the win and the fact that you were up by 18 at one point and they made it a much closer game than I'm sure you thought it should be?
Well, I think one thing is a win, and I think our players have to be excited that some of their labor is paying off. Sometimes, you know, we've had some really good things happen in the last few games, but we don't have anything to show for it. You know, nobody remembers second place. And so it's been hard to say to them, hey, we're getting better. They needed to see a win to understand we're getting better. But now we have to show them, and we will, we do after every game, even a win, all the things that could have gone better so that we could continue to win. But, you know, the one thing, if you're not playing well, the one thing we did do that you have to do if you're going to win is hit free throws. And we had 84%. You have to. And we hit big free throw after big free throw to keep the space so that we could pull out the win. So we did the things we had to do. We can get a lot better, but you're going to see some of this with the youth we have. And I think, you know, sometimes people forget, we only have 2 kids that played over 15 minutes a game last year. Steph would have been the next closest, and she's not playing right now. And, you know, it's tough. We have to live through some ups and downs. But one area I was proud of, when we got stagnant in the second half, I emptied the bench, because I wasn't happy with how the upperclassmen were playing, and they held their own. And so it's nice to know we can go to them, because it could have gone either way, and I really didn't care at that point. But I'm glad that they held their own and gave them a break so they could come back and play a little harder.
Can you talk about the guts that it did take, though? I mean, with the fact that they came back and cut it down to 2, talk about the guts that it took at the end to pull this one out, though?
Well, I'd agree. I think, you know, our players, there's nothing worse than when you got a big lead and the team climbs back in. You know, your nerves are starting to get to you, you're beating yourself up, and it's hard to make plays. And I thought we made some very poor decisions late, and that's why they got back in. We've got the lead, and we're jumping out of the defense. We're fouling them, stopping the clock, everything you don't want to do. We're taking a shot way before we should have at the end. But that comes in time. That's a freshman, you know, trying to make a play when we could have pulled it out and ran it even lower. But that's a great learning experience. And as I always say, you know, there's a reason why there's film in Kmart. It catches everything. You know, we're going to go back, we're going to watch film, we're going to get better. All right.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.